I'm Sally Struthers, and I'm playing Louise Seeger.
And I'm Carter Calvert, and I'm playing Patsy Cline. My family, they're all from North Carolina. I'm so excited to be here and so excited to have my family come see the show. They've already all bought tickets. My mom's flying in, my husband's flying in. And I do a lot of shows and they don't fly in, so I blame you for that. I think they're really coming to see you. That's what I think. They're all in love with her.
They are.
Including my husband.
I think they're tired of you, but they want to see what I do up there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And I have about 3 different small groups of people coming, and this not being my hometown, this not being my home state, I feel very honored that different people are making the pilgrimage here to see me. This last time we played North Carolina Theater was in 2010 when I did the full Monty here. So I'm really happy to be back. It took 6.5 years. Here's how it came about. In real time, in 1957, Louise Seeger, who was a housewife who'd just been through divorce, had 2 young children, she heard Patsy Cline on the Arthur Godfrey show, fell in love with her, found out not long after that Patsy was coming to town to play the Esquire Ballroom, and she gathered up her boyfriend and her boss and went that night to the honky tonk to see Patsy, and they met that night. And they actually became friends. And that night, after Patsy was done singing, Louise brought her home for bacon and eggs.
So Louise is a real person, and
yeah.
This is Patsy Cline, and you met her, right? Did you ever meet her?
I never met either woman, but
Okay.
I would love to have. But
yes.
When you play her, I feel like I'm better.
Well, and the same for you, girl.
I know Louise Seeger inside and out, and if there's anybody in the world who really knew her, or is a member of her family, or was a neighbor, and they see me play it, please forgive me for maybe not playing Louise exactly as she was. But I am interpreting who Louise was by her words that she wrote in her own book. She wrote a book called Always Patsy Cline, and that's what this musical is based on.
And I've been a fan of Patsy Cline since I was 7. My dad joined the 8-track Tape of the Month Club. And, you know, there were some people that showed up every month that we didn't love. But when Patsy Cline showed up, that was life-changing for me. And I have been a huge fan of her since I was 7 years old.
I've been lucky the last several times to play this role with Carter playing Patsy Cline, and I have to say, hands down, Carter is the one for me. She moves me the most when she sings, and away off the stage, out of character as ourselves, Carter makes me laugh so hard I wet myself, the tears run down my face. And since comedy is my favorite thing and she can out-comedy me, I'm in love, I'm in awe. That's why I have my hand on her knee.
Well, we are friends in real life, so it's not hard to play friends on stage. And I've done shows with people that I didn't feel that way about. So it's just super easy when you really love the person that you're playing opposite of. When I first got the job, I was so excited. And it's really interesting because the Broadway community, which Sally has been a part of for years.
You too?
Yes. And when I was asking, you know, I was like nervous. I thought, well, she's probably going to be a diva and she's going to be difficult and all this kind, and all of those things are true. No, everybody was like, oh my gosh, you're working with Sally Struthers. Oh, tell her, you know, I said hi, tell her, I said hi, tell her. Everybody knew her. And so I
get around.
I came in just super excited. And the first day we met, I can still remember it. And we just hugged, and I feel like we were great friends from the moment we said hello. Being such a fan of Patsy Cline's, I really want to honor her and honor her style. But more importantly, I want to tell the story. And her songs are just ageless, timeless, and some of the most beautiful music that I think we have around. I think that's why people are still interested in her. I feel like I want to honor her, but I don't want to imitate her. So I feel like that is my mission, is to invoke her.
I'm old enough to know this, you not so much, but Mel Torme, who was an incredible singer, was referred to often as the Velvet Fog. He was like a generation older than I am, and you're a generation younger, and for me, you are my Velvet Fog.
Oh.
When you sing, you make me cry, you make me glow from the inside out, you make me perspire. I get so excited when I hear you sing. I really do. It's ridiculous.
Oh, well, and Sally, what she brings to the role is humor, heart. Until I show up, it's a one-woman show. You do comedy and you make people cry, and you do such a beautiful job of telling this really fun story.
Well, Patsy Cline, really, if you know her whole story, had a very short, in some ways, tragic life. I decided that even though all of it really isn't on paper, if I didn't make Louise over the top funny, the whole show could come off as a funeral dirge. and that would be depressing. So I try to bring some levity to it so that when she sings her heartbreaking songs, your heart doesn't really break.
What I think is so beautiful about this show is it really invokes memories of our parents. I know every time I sing You Belong to Me, I think about my dad. He was a military, he was commander in the Navy, and that song just always makes me think about military people. And I think so many people grew up in their kitchens, their moms would play this music, or it would be in their family room. I think that it's just gonna invoke a lot of really special memories.
And I didn't realize the very first time I did this role, which was in the year 2000 in Hollywood, Florida, I didn't realize that I knew Patsy Cline songs. But as we started the first day of rehearsal, Rachel Virka, who was playing Patsy, I would say my lines and she would start the next song and I would interrupt. She'd get 4 bars in and I'd go, oh, my mom used to sing this song all the time. I know this song. Then I'd do my lines and Rachel would start another song and I know this one too. Oh, that's Patsy Cline. Here's what happens to audiences. They either are big Patsy Cline songs and they have Patsy Cline records or CDs. They could hear the songs forever and then never get tired of it and they're coming to see the show because they want to hear them live again. And there are some people that want to see it because they know Carter or they know me and they're not sure they know all the Patsy Cline songs, but as the evening keeps going, they realize that somewhere in the deep regions of their gray matter, they have heard these tunes.
I hear that a lot. That people would say, oh, I didn't think I knew any Patsy Cline songs, and turns out I've heard every single one of them. So
yeah, it's a really nice thing.
We hear that a lot. Come see our show.
I am never have been a member of the Communist Party, and I disavow any knowledge of what communists do.
I take no responsibility for.
She didn't vote for Trump. I wouldn't be working with her if she did.